Hi guys, my name is Ethan Crenshaw. My debut album, Just a Foolish Brain, is out now, available to go listen. I'm here with the girls from Ethan Crenshaw HQ, heading that up here for an interview. So I'm really excited. Thank you all for doing this. This is really fun.
Yeah, of course.
They did.
So, our first question is what inspired this album?
Oh, oh gosh, so much. So I've been like writing music for a long time. Um, and so just the evolution of like my musicianship kind of inspired a lot of this. The artists that I kind of take inspiration from musically. So like this is my first album that I don't know, like I put all this together as I was learning everything. So kind of like the nuances and the newness of learning how to like make music in a full like project way. This is like my first kind of shot at it. So some of that like newness energy is inspired in it all, but then the like lyrical and the concept of the album is inspired a lot by growing up. I wrote this and made most of it when I was in high school. I'm now 19, but the idea for the album it's titled Just a Foolish Brain. And so the idea behind it is that's a statement that people put onto to younger people. And so it can kind of be taken a few different ways. It plays with the idea of like people just blame your stupidity and youth on just a foolish brain. And so you're like, oh, I'm more than that. Like that's like I want to be more than just a foolish brain. Like I promise I'm great. Like don't just put me down because I'm young. But also it has a bit of a like juxtaposition of like, oh well, I'm just a foolish brain, like kind of like letting that label like
Yeah.
actually be true to yourself. So it's kind of a juxtaposition of like, oh, I'm young, I can be foolish and dumb and stupid and not care about adult stuff. But there's the other side of it of like, no, I know I'm young, but I still want to like be an adult and care about that. So just going through my youth, I was like, this is just a concept that was just heavy on my heart. And I was like, this is just what I'm inspired to write about. So it all came together in like a cool concept album. So that was kind of the inspiration for the album. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna jump questions here because this was a question that I had closer to the end, but since we're already on the topic, you were just explaining that your album carries like a strong sense of childlike energy, or
Mhm.
like you'd say, foolishness.
Yes.
Was that concept intentional from the beginning, or was that something that developed as you were going through the writing process?
It was something that kind of developed, but it developed early on. So I wrote the first I like started writing the album kind of without like the idea of the album quite yet. I wrote like a few songs for it. I know Dreaming About You Since Last Night. I the other day I saw a voice memo I had from like March of 2021 for that. So it's been like 4 years. I wrote that song like I don't know. It's been forever. So I wrote like Date Ideas was one that was a younger song as well. So I wrote some songs for it, and then as I wrote a few more songs, the idea for the album kind of started to like form itself almost. So, but yeah, so the idea for the like foolishness and childlike part of the album, it kind of just came in succession with the songs being written. Yes.
So, kind of going off that, what was your
Hmm.
what was the most fun song to write on the album?
Oh gosh, I'm not sure. Let me look. I have my whiteboard sitting right here, actually. So
Oh,
yeah. So
love
I've had
that.
this in my
Prepared.
room for like 4 years. So,
Oh, wow.
oh, favorite. I'll do lyrically. My favorite song to write is "Dream About You Since Last Night." That one's a favorite.
Mhm.
Hopefully you all like that one, but it's funny, like tongue in cheek song a little bit. The idea is like, oh, I'm over them. Like I promise I'm over them. Like I haven't like last night was the last time I dreamed about them. Like today's a fresh start. And then like it's like I know I watched all 17 seasons of Grey's Anatomy, but like last night I just finished season 17. Like I'm done. Like there's no more like and then the bridge is like they released another season. Dang it.
Yeah.
It's just kind of in that tongue in cheek like
Mhm.
uh yeah, part of the songwriting. So that one was really fun lyrically to write. But I think my favorite production wise to write was Tattoo. So Tattoo's the last song on the album. And the bridge of that song, the way the album ends, is just really, really wide and big. And so I recorded live drums on that song, and that one's really fun to listen to. I think that one's one of my favorites.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds great.
All right. What's one thing fans might be surprised to learn about how the album was made?
Ooh, I'm not sure. Um, I don't know if people might know this, but it's all me. So I don't have a team or anything. I just make all this music myself, and then I have some close friends that help with some different things. My older brother also kind of helped me write some of the stuff in the early stages. He's great, and he also does like some of the visuals. And I have another close friend that helps with visuals and some video stuff as well. And then but I produce and write all the stuff myself. So all the things that you hear are it's me playing all the instruments and me programming all the drums and me singing and all the lyrics I wrote. So I think it's really cool. Like it took me 4 years to like fully get from point A to point B on making this album. But so people that like are in bands and can bounce ideas off each other and have a team of producers and stuff like that and engineers, it's these processes go a lot quicker and people get out albums in like 6 months. Like it can happen really quickly, but all by myself it takes forever. But I think it's a really cool like this all came from myself. So I think that's a cool thing to like I don't know, it just all came from inside of me. So it took forever, but I think it was worth it in the idea of like it's all from myself. So I think that's really neat. That's something that people might not know.
For sure.
Mhm.
What song would you recommend to someone who wants to get into your music? Like as a first song to listen to?
Back at the whiteboard. First song to listen to, man. I might say, I'd say Cloud Six or Phone at Night. Those are some of my favorites. I think that those have like some of that more indie pop sound, to whereas like something like Boutique on the Third Floor, that one's more acoustic. I don't know, that one's a cool song, but I don't know if it's like the most Ethan Crenshaw song. So I'd say Cloud Six or Phone at Night. Those are some favorites. Yeah.
Were there any songs that you loved but that didn't make the final cut?
Ooh, yes. So um I had one song called Think I'm Thinking Right. And it was also, I wrote it pretty early on. And it was on the whiteboard. It was on here. It was track 8. It's flipped backwards, but it was track 8 for a while. So I made the track list for the album like really early on in the process as well. But so it was track 8, and then I just couldn't get the bridge right. It was cool. I have my guitar here. I can play it if you want, but I couldn't get the bridge right. So like I just kind of scrapped it, and then I wrote Phone at Night. So Phone at Night was one of the like later songs that I wrote in the album. But how did it go? It was uh yeah, here's the chorus of Think I'm Thinking Right. But I just wanna hold your hand in mine too tight. Hope that doesn't cross the line. I think I'm thinking right. Scattered violet butterflies caught my heart. Emerald vines. I think I'm thinking right. I think I'm thinking right. So that's how that one went. But I couldn't get it right. So that's no pun intended. So, but yeah, that one was scrapped. I thought like the first verses through the choruses were good, but just didn't make the cut.
All right. What is your favorite song on the album?
Oh, favorite. I have so many. Um, I came prepared with the whiteboard because I was like, I know they're gonna
Whiteboard.
Yeah, the whiteboard comes in handy.
the whole track list is going to be just erased from our brain. I'm not going to remember any songs. So, um, favorite on the album. Recently, I've been listening to it just like on my own time. Just now that it's like a full thing, I'm like, this is cool to listen to. So, New Wine, the first song on the album, I think might be my favorite, and then Dreaming About You Since Last Night. That one I think might be my favorite as well. I don't know. Those have been tied in my brain for the past few weeks as I've been listening to it. But I don't know. What about you all? Do you all have one that was like that one stuck out? Because I know I let you all listen to it early so that you all just had a little sneak peek. I don't know. Did you all have any that you all like really liked?
I really like Tattoo. That one was
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. I like that
I think
one.
it's a great
my
like
favorite.
closing song for the album.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I it had an intention. It feels like the end of a movie. I was like, that's
Yep.
that one. So yeah, thanks guys. I like that one too. Yeah.
Do you have plans to eventually perform this album live?
I do. So I've actually been playing with. I have a band that I've put together. So I'm here. I live in Knoxville, Tennessee, I go to college here in Knoxville, Tennessee. So I don't have like a big local audience quite yet. So I'm gonna start doing some shows here in Knoxville, um, and see how they go. I might play some like different bars and whatnot. But that's a piece of the puzzle of like the music industry that I haven't really started a ton yet. So I play some acoustic stuff every now and then around town, but I would love like it'd be such a dream of mine to go on like a US tour. Like, I mean, I just am like I don't have a ton of money coming in on any of this to like fund that. I don't have a team, so I'm like I don't know how you get there, but I do have a band, and I think it sounds pretty good live. So I like have a whole set list that's like I don't know, it's pretty cool. So I have some thoughts on like getting to like play a lot of live shows, but I don't have the team to do that yet. So hopefully, man, if the album does really well, we'll see. I don't know. Like the next step would be like a label like talks to me and like, well, I don't know how all that works, but if it happened, I would be a blessing for sure. So
Yeah. Do you have a song that you're most excited to play live?
oh, let me let me go to the whiteboard. I don't know. Phone at Night. Phone at Night has been really fun to rehearse thus far. That one's just a like tight groove, and so that one's really fun. Yeah, I'm gonna say Phone at Night. Final answer. Yes.
Which song took the longest to write? I know you're saying it was a long process, but
Was
which
a
one
long process.
specifically?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like whenever I wrote the songs, it didn't take but like a month max to like finish them. Um, I the production on some of the songs took a really long time. But the writing itself, I mean, I write pretty quickly. So some songs I would like write the full thing in the night and they would just come and it would just be like, that's the full song. And I'd write it like on acoustic guitar or piano or whatnot. And then I'd take it into the studio and flesh it out. But um, yeah, man, I don't know. I don't think many of them took that long. Um, Date Ideas, I will say that one I started writing it and then I finished writing it and then the production took like I sent the mix, I sent the final production to my mixing engineer for the final album like 4 years after I started writing the song. So that one was like a long process for sure for the full song. But yeah.
Okay, I think we have one last question.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Do you have any advice for someone who wants to start like writing music and like get into music?
Mm. Ooh, I do. I have like I feel like a lot. But I'll just give a few things. Um, One piece of advice that I've heard for like songwriting is you kind of have to write a lot of bad songs to like sift through them and like to get your process and craft good to like get to the good one. So I kind of think of it as like I'm you're like kind of digging for like diamonds or something like under the ground. You got to like get through a lot of dirt to get down to the good stuff. So that's something that I've had to like work through, and that's also partly why I haven't put out a lot of music, even though I've been doing this for a long time. Is like I have a bit of a self observation where I kind of zoom out and look at my stuff. I'm like that's like kind of good, but like I feel like I got better songs underneath. So don't be discouraged by writing stuff that you're like I don't know if this is quite good yet. Like just write songs. Like if you start a song, you're like I don't know if this is the best idea. If you can just keep writing it and you just finish the song and it's okay, then like just it sits there and you just write another one and just keep writing until they get better and better. And I think you'll see growth for sure. So for songwriting, that's a big thing for me that I was like, I just gotta like you just gotta write songs. Don't get too in your head on like, I gotta make the perfect song. Just write stuff and better ones will come as you get better. So songwriting, that's a tip. Um, and then um for posting on social media, that's where I've gotten a lot of my audience. I get a lot of questions about this too. Is how do I start posting? Like, what do I do to like get some traction on Instagram or TikTok? And my advice for that would be like get good at what you know you can do. So if you're you feel like you're a really good guitar player or you feel like a really good vocalist, like make stuff and like film videos and make sure they're good because I think if you post stuff that's I don't know, people will say like just post everything and like yeah, you need to have a lot of stuff out there, but if you don't feel like your content's good yet, I think you should really focus on like making sure your content's good and like you're singing well on the internet, and then try and make a lot of it and just post it. So there's a balance of like, don't be too perfectionistic about the stuff you're going to post and the stuff that you're going to put out there, but also like work on your craft first so that you are making good stuff, because you're just posting a lot of like okay content or songs, like I don't know how well that'll do, you know? So try to like coming at people that are just like, you're not good yet, just work better, get better at your stuff first. That's not
No, we
my
need
mindset.
advice.
You need to you need to have some practice first. So don't be scared of practice, but then once you feel like you're good at it, start posting, and just, you never know what people will see. So post consistently and try and connect deeply with people instead of just like really broad. So yeah, some advice there.
Awesome. Well,
Great.
thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank
thank you so
you.
much. This has been super fun. First official
Yes.
interview, or official, I don't know how official this is, but it's fun for me. I appreciate
We're
it.
excited to get this out and
Yeah, yeah,
you know,
I'm really excited about it as well. Y'all have been super
yeah,
great. And yeah, so go stream Just a Foolish Brain. It's out now. I love each and every one of you all dearly. This is super fun. Yeah, I'm excited. Okay,
awesome.
bye guys.